Hi
Hello,
guys, I'm Antonia.
I'm Leslie Idahosa Imiamiosa.
Welcome to our channel. So guys, we'll be talking about how we met because so many people they've missed their husband and missed their opportunity because they've decided to like I want to get married to a chubby man, I want to get married to a rich man, I want to get married to a medical doctor, I want to get married to this. Back then in school, some of my friends would say I want to get married to a medical doctor, and today they are not yet married to a medical doctor. Some of them are not yet married and they are up to age. So we want to be sharing our experience with you guys, how we met, so that you don't fall into this category of people that used to say, or that say back then, I want to marry this, I want a handsome guy, I want a fair guy, I want a black guy, and I want a guy that is very rich, I want a medical doctor. No. So we don't want it to fall into those category of people. So we want to share our own experience with you. So just stay and watch us and listen also.
This is gonna be fun. All right. Well, I know it's the first time some of you are seeing me on this channel. I'm the husband behind the wife, and I'm camera shy, so you bear with me. She's more experienced than I am. So as we get along, we just want us to learn some few things, especially for those that are aspiring to get married. We're just going to share our experience and see how you can relate to it and see if it's something that will impact you in such a way that you make the right decision. Because marriage is a one way in, no way out. Forget everybody going through divorce and everything. Divorce is very common nowadays, but it kind of breaks the family, it affects the children, and it impacts negatively in their growth and upbringing. So we are here to discuss how we met. At what point did I decide that she's a wife material? At what point did she decide that I'm a husband material?
Yeah.
We're going to discuss that.
Okay. Yeah. When I met my husband, I was just a nursing student. Yeah, and I was in year one when I met him. When I met him, we had nothing in common. I never knew that he was going to be my husband. I never had it in mind I would get married to him. I never even had that mind of people get married. Yeah, I was never thinking of marriage. I was never thinking of settling down. So it happens that when I met him, he was working where I was schooling. Yeah, I was schooling in at Uromi, St. Camillus. My husband was working as a lab scientist at St. Camillus. So we never even knew that we were meant to be together. I never dreamt of it. So
Yeah, I mean, it was a very, very funny day. To tell you the fact, by the time my wife came, the first time I saw her, I was actually in a relationship at that point in time. So in my mind, there was no intention in my mind that this is somebody I would want to even go out with or somebody I want to like spend the rest of my life with. It never even occurred to me because I'm the kind of person that if I'm in a relationship, and this goes out for everyone out there, if you're in a relationship, it's better to stay in one relationship. Going from having two guys or two ladies or three ladies in a relationship, trying to say, okay, which one should I pick from, is a little bit confusing. You'll make the wrong decision. It's better you just stay focused on one person and decide on building that relationship, cutting that person genuinely, and growing to know that person and see if it's somebody you can tolerate and go forward with.
as I earlier said, I was always seeing him, but I never had the mind of even becoming a friend or even get married to him. I would just pass as usual. I do not even bring him. And so it's funny. So when I got to year two, I'm this type that I love my sleep. At school, we usually go for this morning mass. It's a Catholic school. So it's compulsory that all students must attend mass. So unfortunately, that fateful day, I did not attend mass. I was sleeping covered with my duvet. So the next morning, I went to class after having my bath and the rest of them. When I got to class, my vice principal called me out. I was like, why were you not in mass? Because they do take attendance then. I was like, I wasn't too strong. That was the reason. I'm very sorry. She was like, no, what you will do now, go and write, I will always be in mass. She can tell you to write it 5,000 times and submit in front of my office before the next morning, before I resumed the next morning. So obviously I wrote, there was some I did, I got tired and I slept off. And I looked at it, it was already morning, I've not finished everything. Oh God, I became confused. So I started looking for who will help me complete it. Unfortunately, I got to his door. I remember I used to see one young guy that was jobless because he was always hanging with a girl. So I was like, okay, this will be a perfect person to give this thing
Oh
to
my
do for
God.
me. So I went to him and I gave him the imposition that he should please help me write a little and I will come pick it up shortly. So that was how I started talking to him. Then I gave it to him. What happened?
On this fateful day, she just came and showed up at my door. I was getting ready for work, like I said. In the morning, I was running late on that particular day, and I had a knock on my door because it's unusual for me to even get visitors in that particular place. There was a knock on my door. I was surprised. I was to open the door and see this small-looking thing standing there, looking so pitiful and looking very, very sad. I had pity on her. I was like, "What's the problem?" She just brought the paper before me and said they gave her punishment and asked me to and asked her to write a lot of things on it. So I was, my man, what's my own business with this? I mean, what has it got to do with me? But I just wanted to assist her, let it not be assist. I didn't want to put her away because she looked very, very sad at that point in time. I was like, if I just tell her I can't do it now, she would just start crying because she was so small. And I took it up. I did the little I can, and I gave it back to her. And she didn't even appreciate it.
Because
Um,
you didn't finish it.
she said I didn't
Yeah,
finish
I
it.
wasn't happy with him because he did not finish it. So I just took my paper and I left. That was the end. I never spoke with him. I never greeted him. I used to see him passing. Yeah, he's always passing. When I'm on placement at same St. Camille's Hospital, we'll be sitting outside after we're done with our work. I will see him pass, but I don't greet him. That deal, the business I had with him was just that day to help me write, and that was the end.
See, and that was the first time we actually met. That was the first time I set my eyes on her, and there was no intention. I don't. It's funny how things work out.